welcome back to. All right. Shout out to Margaret. I know you're watching somewhere. And welcome everybody else to the second episode of BEANBAG Banter. The first one was a success, I guess. It was uploaded on time, and it was uploaded on Monday, and it was good. I think I got some good feedback from it, and I got some good developmental advice. So, yeah, welcome back to the series. Welcome back to episode 2. And we got a lot of talking points. A lot of stuff has happened in the last week. And I hope you guys had a great week. I hope you guys are starting this week off, very positive. What's the day that this is coming out on? I probably should have wrote that down. It is, when you're watching this, it is Monday. Let's see, today is the 7th, I think. So 8th, 9th, right? Oh yeah, it's the 9th. I should have known that. It's March 9th. Monday. But yeah, we got some good talking points today. Got a lot of stuff to talk about. Some TV news, music news, gaming news, a lot of stuff to talk about. So yeah, let's just get right into it. Let's not skip a beat, and let's get into it. Starting with, I guess, some big stuff, at least for me. The Lanterns trailer came out, or the teaser trailer, whatever you want to call it, and a lot of divisive opinions online about it. Obviously, a lot of people were saying it's not green enough. It's No Country for Old Lanterns. It's like this, it's that. I've seen divisive opinions about it. I think some people like it and love what they saw, and then some people aren't the biggest fan of it. It definitely doesn't really look like a Green Lantern show. It kind of looks like a True Detective cop show, I guess you could say. My opinion on it is wavering. When I first watched the trailer, I watched it on stream, and I didn't know what to think about it. I was like, you know what I mean? I think it's gonna get some taking used to, just because it's not what I envisioned for a Green Lantern show, and I think it's not what anybody envisioned for a Green Lantern show, but I think it could work. I think if it, if it leans into the Green Lantern shit while also being a True Detective show, I think it could be cool. I don't know. The teaser was a little lackluster. I think it definitely could have been a better teaser, but I think the show will still be fine. I like the casting. I like Hal Jordan casting. His name is escaping me. I don't remember his name. I'll pop his name on screen. But Jon Stewart also, I like that casting a lot. And we'll actually get into casting a little bit later, with a brand new introduction of a new segment that will be rotating throughout the Beanbag Banters. But we'll get to that later. I like the casting of it. I think the casting for Hal Jordan was good. I think the casting for Jon Stewart is good. I like both of those guys. I think in the teaser they felt like they're respected characters, and I didn't mind that. I think that part of it was fine. I think the main thing that really didn't sell people, and maybe didn't sell me a little bit, was the overall vibe of the show. I hope it does kind of lean into it, into the Green Lantern part of it. I think that's the only way that you can really, make it better, in my opinion. But I'm excited for it. I think once they drop some more footage for it and maybe drop some more pictures of it or whatever, I think it'll be good. And speaking of pictures, God of War also dropped a first teaser picture of their show, and holy shit, I don't like it. My a good friend of mine, he said it looks fine. It looks good. It looks like Kratos, and it looks like it looks like the game, and I yes, it looks like Kratos, right? I look at him and I'm like, okay, that's Kratos, but I just don't think it looks as good as it could. And I mean, maybe that's me being picky. Maybe that's everybody being picky who saw it and didn't like it. Um, but I just think it could look better. And I think after looking at it and kind of trying to figure out what it could be, I think it's honestly, and this might sound crazy, I think it is the beard for me. And I really realized this after seeing some fan edits of like what it could look like. And I think the beard just looks off. You look at Kratos' beard, it's like curly and it's like kind of like full, and the one in the picture in the show, it's like straight hair. It's like straight and it's like just going down. I don't know, it's weird. Maybe I can pop some pictures on screen to kind of compare and contrast, but um dude, I don't know. Like I think CGI and I think some post production can fix it, but um it's kind of on a line of like you don't want to cross it into Justice League territory where you're looking like, Superman getting rid of the mustache. If they do a bunch of CGI work on like the face and the beard, and I think the eyes could look a little bit more like daunting and a little bit more like lived in. When I first saw it, I was like, it just looks like a guy in makeup. And my friend was like, dude, like, it's going to look like that because that's what it is. And I was like, I don't know. Like, it shouldn't look like a guy in makeup. Right? Even though that's what it is, it shouldn't look like it. It should look like a guy that's lived hundreds of years and who, like, is supposed to look like that. Um, so I don't know. I mean, it's also very divisive on the internet. A lot of people don't really know how to feel about it. I've seen a lot more hate for that picture than love. I think a lot of people aren't very happy about it, me included. But um, I think it still could be good. I had a lot of faith going into it before seeing the picture, and my faith has dwindled a little bit. But I thought the Fallout show from Amazon was great. I thought it was really, really good, and I'm having a little bit of withdrawals from it. I really, really love Fallout in general, but I love the Fallout show, and I cannot wait for season 3. I think season 3 is going to be so fucking good. And I think the way they set it up was really cool, and I'm excited to see where they go with that. I just had to bring in Fallout for that. Shout out my mug here real quick. I'm going to take a sip of my coffee. Shout out to the Escape Pod podcast. Kind of a big inspiration for this whole ordeal. They use this mug quite a bit. But everybody, if you have coffee or some type of drink, take a sip with me. Let's take a moment, take a sip. Man, I know how to make a cup of coffee. I'll tell you what. Holy shit. You know what I put up my coffee? This is, I'll put a time code on screen if you do not give a flying fuck about my coffee. I brew my coffee, little K-cup, nothing special, pop it in there, right? I take another cup on the side. I put some creamer, some vanilla creamer, right? Nothing crazy, vanilla, don't even measure that bitch out, just put it in there. Then we get some cinnamon, right? Cinnamon, pop it in there, like, get it in there. And then we get some powdered, like, protein peanut butter and just sprinkle a little bit in there, froth it up, pour it right on top of the K-cup. Dunzo. That's all you need. Solid. Don't even need no sugar. Don't even need nothing. It's literally just good how it is. Great cup of coffee. But anyway, for the people that skipped, welcome back. Yeah. Let's go music. Let's go music because there was a big album, not really big, but it was big in the niche that I'm in, I guess. Netspend dropped an album this last Friday. And I've listened to it the day it came out, or I guess the night or whatever, at 12 or whatever when it dropped. And me and my boy listened to it. It was good. I fucked with it. I think there's some songs on there that are really solid. I think it's going to be an album that ages with me, and it's either going to age like to the point where I like it even more, or it's going to age to the point where I just slowly start disliking it. I'm not quite sure yet. I'm kind of on the line of like how I feel about it. Right now I think it's good. Right now I think there's some solid songs on there, some standout tracks in my opinion. Crack is a good one. Fuck, I forget. It was Just Standing or Standing. Standing. I think it's something standing. I'm gonna pop it on screen. That one's solid. Those two are good. The first one, You Ready, is not bad. It's a little long and like kind of repetitive, but that one's not bad. And I think that's kind of the whole album. It is kind of a chore to listen to a little bit. Like after a while, I was getting a little bit of fatigue. It is a little repetitive, but I thought it was a solid album. And if I were to give it a rating, just like off the whim right now, I'm not even thinking about it. After 2 listens, I listened to it when it dropped, and then I listened to it again the morning after on my way to work. I don't know. I don't think it was real boundary pushing, and I think that's kind of what Netspend needed. And I'm gonna come as like a real deal fucking what's the word? I don't even know what I'm trying to say. I'm gonna be harsh. I'm gonna be harsh with the rating here. I'm gonna really think about it. The number that's floating around. There's probably a bunch of numbers floating around. I'm gonna say. Oh man, there's so many numbers. Holy shit, there's so many numbers. Let's go this one. This is gonna be a bitch to edit, but I'm gonna say
sex.
I'm gonna say I still think Don Toliver's album was better. Right. And that's about it. Bro, honestly, it might be number 2 so far of the year. I haven't really listened to anything else other than the Baby Keem album, the Joji album, and that's really it. Those are the only 2 that are really popping up in my head. The Joji album was. I'll put like quick thoughts and opinions on those 2. The Joji album was very disappointing in my opinion. I'm a big Joji fan, but that shit was like just one big fucking nothing burger. You know what I mean? Fucking nothing on that shit. Just straight. It's like a fucking J. Cole meal. Oh, J. Cole dropped as well. That was also a nothing burger. And honestly, the Baby Keem album didn't do much for me. There was a one really good song, and I'll pop it on the screen. I'm terrible with names, so yeah, the song that I have on screen right now, that one was solid. That one's actually like a really good song. Everything else, in my opinion, was like either mid or bad. Like the Baby Keem album was such a disappointing thing for me. I had high hopes for it. I thought him coming off a very big layoff was like, gonna come back and prove to be very cool. But yeah, I didn't really fuck with the Baby Keem album. I thought the Joji one, like I said, was not good. So yeah, Don Toliver's still on top. But you know who else? You know who else just announced when they're dropping their album? My fucking goat. My goat, Yeet, is dropping at the end of this month. Holy shit. I fucking love Yeet. That's going to be album of the year. I have no doubt in my mind that Yeet is going to drop a fucking... And it's a double album. So it's really... He's dropping number 1 and number 2 of the year. I mean, he's the fucking GOAT. I mean, Yeet is the best fucking artist of this generation. Top 3 all time. I mean, what else to say? Anybody clicking off now, good. Get the fuck out of here. Genuinely. Yeah, it's safe to say I'm very excited for the Yeet album. Like I said, it's a double album. I've been kind of slouching this whole time. I don't want to go like this. So I kind of want, I like sitting up like this. Yeah, double album from Yeet. A Dangerous Life, A Dangerous Love. Holy shit. I cannot fucking wait. I think it's genuinely going to be like generational. The rollout for it so far has been kind of interesting. And that's one thing I will say for the rollout for Netspend. That was actually solid. The rollout for Netspend was really good. And I don't know if... I thought about... And I'm going to backtrack a little bit. Hey, Yeet. Stand over there for a second. Netspend. Okay. Netspend's rollout was solid. I don't know. I think about this all the time. I don't know if that was like his plan or his idea, or if like all that promotion was like him. You know what I mean? I don't know if that was the case, or if it was like all a PR team, or if it was all his label or whatever. I'd be really interested to know like how much of that he was in charge of. I want to go out on a limb and say that it probably wasn't all him. I'm gonna go out and say that it was just kind of his team, and yeah, I don't know, but I could be wrong. I don't really have a good idea of like how much of that is in the hands of the artist, or if they kind of just put all that in the hands of the marketing team and the label and whatever. But I did think it was solid. I thought it was good. It had some good homages and it had some good visuals and shit. I thought it was solid. Yeet, you can come back over. So yeah, Yeet double album end of this month. Super excited. I cannot explain or put into words how excited I am for this album. I think it's gonna be generational. Like I said, I think it's gonna be really, 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 really good. I thought his little EP that he dropped. I mean, I have it right here, signed. I thought it was solid. Obviously, Come and Go is blown up and become one of his biggest songs. So that's cool. Yeah, I'm excited. I have nothing else to say other than I'm very excited. Let's see. One little tidbit of news, and then we'll get into our first official debut of a new segment. There's not a lot of gaming news going around at the moment, but there is a new. I'm gonna go like this a little bit. Here we got our soccer ball. World Cup's actually going on too. I don't know when that starts. I want to say it's starting pretty soon. What's it called? The Wolverine game. The Wolverine game just got an announcement, a release date for September. That's exciting. I think Insomniac is really good. I think I think Insomniac killed the Spider-Man games. I think those are solid. I'm like like my body is about to explode. Yeah, I think those games were solid. I'm very excited for the Wolverine game. It looks really good. The villains that have been shown off in it are exciting. I really fuck with Wolverine. Dude, ever since I've actually properly got into comics and read some of these Wolverine comics, they've probably been some of my favorite comics. That or Batman. I think Batman is my number one DC superhero, and Wolverine so far within comics is definitely my favorite in Marvel, because dude, some of the ones that I've read so far for Wolverine have been really, really good. I like Wolverine, and I like the fact that he's getting a game that looks good, and it's coming out this year, September. That's exciting. I'm going to definitely pop that one onto the 2026 Game Challenge. Speaking of the 2026 Game Challenge, I'm going to be real quick with this before we get on to our segment. I just started playing Cyberpunk at the start of this month, and so far I'm not super far into it, but yeah, Cyberpunk. Anybody that loves Cyberpunk, go ahead and comment on this video and let me know how good of a game. Like, what would you rate Cyberpunk 1 out of 10? Let me know. I'm excited for it. I'm a big Fallout fan. I'm a big like RPG, or not even, like, yes, it's an RPG, but that kind of RPG, like a first person kind of deal or whatever. And I've been very excited for Cyberpunk. I think it's gonna be really good. But yeah. Oh shit, we're getting a call. That is very exciting.
Hey, Tmmrnight, do you have a second to talk at the moment?
Uh-huh.
Perfect. Look, I have a question.
Oh.
Yes, I would love you to do casting call right now.
Right now?
Yes, do you have time?
I can do that. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Would you also want to come over later and stroke it?
I won't do that though.
God darn it. Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
No, thank you. Bye.
Alright, so for the debut of Casting Call, I thought it was in theme to do the Justice League for the DCU with the new Lanterns trailer and everything like that. I thought it was appropriate. Now, some of these are going to be very head-ass. Some of them are going to be very, like, on the nose, ones that you've seen before. And then some you're going to have to kind of take a walk with me, okay? You know, these could change. One of these guys, the first one, is going to be Batman. And the reason I say some of these can change is because this guy just came out of nowhere. You've probably seen him. Paul Anthony Kelly. Okay, I think he was playing JFK or something like that. I don't know. I don't know the show that he's on. I haven't seen it. But dude, I mean, he looks like the part. I mean, Jesus Christ, this guy looks exactly like Bruce Wayne. Looks exactly like what I feel like everybody's been looking for in a Batman. He's 37 years old, so he's a little older. But I think for Batman that makes sense because we have some Robins in this universe. Um, and that's going to be kind of a theme. We're gonna stick in the 30s in the age, except for one, and it's such a take a walk, hear me out kind of take for one of my picks. But yeah, for Batman, I think Paul Anthony Kelly he looks the part. He looks great. I haven't seen him really act that much. I've seen clips, but maybe I'll have to watch the show and see if he's really he's got what it takes. But I don't know. I thought that one was solid. I mean, everybody's been either saying they love it or they hate it. I love it. I think it's a great pick, at least looks wise. Acting wise, we'll see if that shapes out. The second casting is for Wonder Woman. This is also a very normie head ass pick, but her name is Andrea Orhana. I believe that's how you're saying her name. I'm probably butchering it. It is what it is. She's 33 years old. Very normie pick. It's one of the main ones that I see online. But I honestly didn't really have a good pick. I didn't really have any big opinions on a Wonder Woman for the DCU. But I do like this pick. I think it's fine. I think she was in a couple. I think she's in Andor. I think she was in Andor. And she was in. I don't know. I want to say that she was in fucking Fast and Furious, but I think I'm just thinking of Gal Gadot. But yeah. So I don't mind that pick. I think that's a fine casting. I saw a couple posts that saying that she was like too short or something. Maybe there's somebody else that would be a better fit. I didn't really give a lot of thought for Wonder Woman, if you want me to be honest. And I also have in my notes, fuck Alexandra. I don't know why I want to say Alexandra. I also have fuck Alexandra Daddario. I believe that's how you say her last name. I don't know. I don't see her as Wonder Woman whatsoever. I see a lot of people online casting her as Wonder Woman. I just don't see it. She was kind of bigger back in the day in like some movie. I don't know. I feel like I've seen her a lot more back in the day. I don't like her as Wonder Woman. I think it's something else maybe, but not as Wonder Woman. My next casting is for Aquaman. Obviously, we had Jason Momoa in the role before. But my pick is going to be Max Parker. He's 34 years old. I think he looks the part, and I think one of my main things to kind of visualize these people in these roles is them up next to David Cornsweet, or them up next to Adam Pierce, I believe his name is. What's his name? Aaron Pierce. I have it on my screen. Aaron Pierce. And I think Max Parker, he's 34. I think I think he would be great. I think he looks the part. I think he would look good next to David Cornsweet and Aaron Pierce, and I think he would kind of fit that mold. I haven't really seen him in a lot, and I think a couple other people have listed his name before, but I think he's a solid pick. He would be my pick for Aquaman. Now, this next casting is one that you're gonna have to take a walk with me. Come on, hey, take a walk with me, right? And that's for Flash. This is for Barry Allen Flash. I'm gonna start out by saying I'm tired of seeing Barry Allen castings, and it's always like a 20-year-old kid. I feel like Dana White, fucking calling a 40-year-old man, like, hey, that kid wants to fight for the title. Get him, put him on the prelims. Nah, when I see people casting for Flash, it's always like a 20-year-old guy, and I don't know. I think it would be a good change of pace to either have somebody that is the same age as Batman or the same age as whatever, or even older. And the pick that I went is an older pick. But walk with me, hear me out. Hayden Christensen. I actually love this pick. I don't know. I think I like it. I like it. Our Hal Jordan is old as fuck. Right, that motherfucker in real life is 60 years old. Hayden Christensen is 44. I think it would be kind of cool to have a Hayden Christensen Barry Allen. and then have like a Wally West. I didn't cast Wally West, but like have like a Wally West there, and Hayden's like a role model or whatever. Like he's part of the Justice League, but he also has like Batman, he has like a Robin, or he has a Wally, or he has a whatever. Like I think Hayden would kill it. I think Hayden's definitely my go-to pick. Um, and I like that casting. I don't know. I want an older Flash, or at least I want an older Barry Allen. For the last pick for the Justice League, I think a big key member is Martian Manhunter. Um, I like Martian Manhunter in the show, in the animated series. I think he's solid. I think he's really slept on. And in the absolute Martian Manhunter, he's solid. I think he's a very interesting character, and I think you need somebody that's going to dive into this role and really give it like everything they have, and that's why I went Lakeith Stanfield. I think Lakeith would kill that shit. Lakeith is funny as fuck in Atlanta, and he was really good in Sorry to Bother You. And I think that role in particular really sold me on when I was thinking of people. I was like, Lakeith in Sorry to Bother You. I don't know. Like, give me a Martian Manhunter movie that is kind of similar to Sorry to Bother You in the tone, not really in the story, but in the tone and like that character, and like just change up a little thing. He's 34. I like Lakeith Stanfield in as Martian Manhunter. I think that's a solid pick. Um, but yeah, those are my castings for the Justice League. Maybe I'll put a really bad edited Photoshop picture of them all together. Maybe you guys can let me know if that's horrible castings, or let me know your castings in the comments below. I'd be interested what you guys think. Maybe you guys are more stupid than me. Who knows? But now we're going to go into the last portion of episode 2, and that is pick a panel. I didn't have a name for the comic segment last episode. I went like this and didn't edit anything. It was like 4 a.m. when I was editing it, and I totally forgot to put a name in. But the name of this segment is going to be Pick a Panel, and that's because we're just going to be picking some panels to talk about, and we're also going to be picking some panels at the end of this episode to recommend to you guys for anybody that's getting into comics, or anybody that is in the comics and just wants to hear what I would recommend. So yeah, I'm going to go with what I've been reading, or what I have read, and I have one right here that I just read, and that is Beta Ray Bill by Daniel Warren Johnson. I just finished this the other day, and I thought it was great. I thought it was really, really good. It really made me a fan of Beta Ray Bill. I think his story is tragic, and I think the end, that last panel, bruh, is like it's very good. I don't know how well you can see it, and for anybody that has read the story, dude, I think it was great. It was a really, really good book. I like Beta Ray Bill. I think it made me want to explore some more Beta Ray Bill stories in the future, and I would love to see him maybe in some live action stuff. I think he's great. Let's see, what else have I read? I have a lot of my trades right here. I have a lot of my absolutes right here. I just bought, and actually, let me get up and get some of the new cops from Wednesday, because Wednesday was New Comic Book Day. So give me a second. So this is a stack that I got from New Comic Book Wednesday. Not a lot, honestly. Not a. I mean, some things came out, but not a lot. This didn't even come out last Wednesday, but I bought it because I forgot to pick it up, and that's a DC Vertigo title called Brutal Dark. Yeah, Brutal Dark. I haven't read it yet. I've been honestly kind of slacking on my comic reading. I've been doing other things, but Brutal Dark. I've been liking the DC Vertigo title so far, so I'm excited to read that one. Batman #7. This ongoing has been really, really good, and I can't wait to really, really catch up. I'm a couple issues behind of this one, so yeah, this one has apparently a stunning fold-out sequence, which I've seen a video of, and it does look good. And it says the Joker is back, and it all starts here. So I think this is a brand new arc, so that's exciting. So yeah, that one looks good. Then we got the facsimile for the Marvel Invincible team-up. I got this cover, but there is one that came out, and I was talking about it on stream. There was a Todd McFarlane one. I don't know if you can't probably see it at all, but I'll put it on screen. But you have all the covers on the back here. But this is the one that I got. This is the Eric Larson version. I thought this was pretty cool. Obviously, it's the facsimile version, so it's probably not going to be worth anything, but that doesn't really bother me whatsoever. I don't mind at all. I think the original one is a pretty big penny at the moment. Now we have Volume 2 of Absolute Superman. This came out on the 3rd of March, I believe. You got Brainiac on the back there. I haven't had a chance to read Absolute Batman or Absolute Superman #1, the Volume 1, but I picked up Volume 2 because I figured why not. Oh, let me crack my back here. Oh, my goodness. Sitting like this is not very comfortable, but it's fine. We're going to wrap up a little bit. I think my main suggestion for pick a panel would be the Beta Ray Bill. I really, really like this story. I think Daniel Warren Johnson, again, is great and continues to amaze me with his arts and with his storytelling and with everything. I think this book is good. I really do recommend it. I think I gave it I want to say I give it like a 4.5 out of 5. I think I'll pop it on screen, but I want to say I give it like a 4.5 out of 5. But yeah, that would be my big recommendation. And then also, I guess for a recommendation, I'm going to recommend for anybody. I'm going to recommend End of Life, even though I talked about it a little bit on the last episode. I'm going to recommend it again because I'm actually really excited for the second one that comes out. I believe it comes out this month. So that's exciting. But yeah, so that's the pickups for the comics for the new Wednesday. Yeah, this is the end of episode 2 of Beanbag Banter. I appreciate everybody for their time and love and support. I hope everyone enjoyed this episode. And for any kind of advice or suggestions or feedback, go ahead and comment down below and let me know, man. I would love to read you guys' comments and just hear what you guys think about the series so far. I wanted to make episode 2 a little bit more structured and a little bit more flowing, I guess you could say. Have some more segments, have some more like things to talk about and things to cover. So I hope that was successful. I love every single one of you guys, and thank you for watching. Being fuck shit.